Well, hi, hello, and how are ya? Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Review, EP, Shlohmo, Vacation. Shlohmo is a beat music producer whose last LP, Bad Vibes, actually made it onto my favorite albums of 2011 list. And the album was full of these really chill, understated instrumentals. It was a kind of interesting approach to beat producing because many of the sounds that you could hear on Bad Vibes were not only quiet but sort of seemed to be easily found in the bedroom of just about any musician. Sounds that kind of resembled thumping your hand on a desk or scratching a pencil or a paper across something. Lots of acoustic guitar, these kind of distorted and manipulated melancholic vocals kind of calling out and going, ooh. And it's not like Shlohmo's beats were just these repetitive grooves that just kind of hammered on this one idea over and over and over. There was a lot of progression on this LP. Now, Vacation is a little EP of some new material following up Bad Vibes, and there is a noticeable sound change on this thing, as well as some remixes from label mates at Friends of Friends Records, Nicholas Jar, and Teebs. Now, for the most part on this EP, Shlohmo is still working with the same somewhat lo-fi, quiet, cool, and relaxed set of sounds that he has been. But he's changing his music style up a little bit with these 3 new tracks, with the choppy beats and the sampled and pitch-shifted vocals. The tracks here resemble the sounds of future garage more than anything. Artists like Sepultura, Burial, Subtract. And even though Shlohmo is kind of jumping to a different sound, especially on the first track where this kind of footwork rhythm rattles along with the groove of the song, this guy's production style still shines through, along with the melancholy atmosphere that usually surrounds his songs. The intro track here just feels so moody, and the solo on this thing, I think it's just a distorted and manipulated vocal sample. It sounds great, really dramatic, really epic. And the second track on this EP, When You, is a bit faster and a bit prettier too, and the vocal sample on that thing is chopped and just presented so delicately. The darkness of the previous track kind of slips away in favor of something pretty sexy. The final track on here feels a little bit more in line with what I would expect from Shlohmo. Those future garage beats and vocal samples are still there, but the timbre of the electronics and the rhythms on this one feel a little more DIY. Between the guitar and the hand claps, just the various percussion on this thing, it just feels cluttered. It feels like a dark, cluttered, messy bedroom filled with instruments. That track to me feels like a nicer and more even mix of Shlohmo's sound on Bad Vibes and this new style he's incorporating with it. I'm not going to go into the remixes too much on this thing because the tracks themselves are solid enough. 3 really good tracks and a reason to look forward to whatever this guy puts out in the future. In a way, I am let down because I wish there was more material on this thing, and I do prefer when Shlohmo plays with hip-hop grooves as opposed to the ones he's toying with on here, but I still thought it was really enjoyable. Kind of feeling a strong 7 to a light 8 on this thing, but what did you think of it? Love it, hate it, why? And what should I review next? Anthony Fantano, Shlohmo, Vacation, forever.